What's poppin', everybody? Saberwolf94, and I just watched the latest Nintendo Direct, watched the whole thing. I'm not going to talk about all the games they announced and all the stuff they showed. Of course, Nintendo usually represents, there were a lot of cool games, but big emphasis on Splatoon 2 and its DLC and shit, and I like that they mentioned Crash and the guy talking is saying, believe it or not, it's coming on the Nintendo Switch, but anyway, they announced some cool games. Not really my cup of tea. My kind of games are like the Castlevania, Ninja Gaiden slash action RPG games like that. But they've got cool games even if they're not for me. But I want to talk about Pokemon now. So I thought there might have been a chance they would announce some Pokemon shit here. But at the same time, I wasn't surprised they didn't announce anything because it hasn't been so long since the release of Ultra Sun and Moon. There hasn't been enough time. It's been like, what, 4 months or some shit from November, something like that. And I'm not talking about Detective Pikachu. They did talk about that. I'm talking about a main serious Pokemon game that's going to come out on the Switch, the long anticipated game that we're all just talking about and thinking about. Since they didn't say anything on this Nintendo Direct, my prediction is still May. They probably are going to announce something May, maybe April. I guess it's kind of far-fetched. I mean, they could do it. They could surprise us and announce something this March, this month, after like 2 weeks maybe. But I don't think so. If we're going to get anything for the Nintendo Switch Pokemon game, it's probably going to be May, April. That's the window that I'm going with. It's 6 months from Ultra Sun and Moon's release, and from my experience these recent years, that's the pattern they do. It's every 6 months. Somehow they're gonna announce, or we're gonna learn about the existence of the next main new Pokemon game that's gonna come out. So we have a lot to think about because there's a lot of possibilities. I want them to release a Diamond and Pearl slash Platinum remake on the Nintendo Switch. I'm wondering if this is going to happen or if it's not going to be the game that's going to come out. It could be an all new generation, Pokemon generation. And the Nintendo Switch Pokemon game is going to be a whole new game, new Pokemon, new generation. Or they could just go the Kanto route as well. The people are talking about this as well. It's going to be a Kanto remake once again, since it's going to be the first game on the Nintendo Switch kind of thing. They might do that too. They might just do a blend from maybe not all three options, maybe I guess two of the options. Maybe it's going to be a Platinum Diamond and Pearl remake, and it's going to have a big new Pokedex. I mean, a lot of new Pokemon. I have no idea. The thing is now with the new generations of Pokemon, they don't really introduce a lot of new Pokemon. They're really kind of stingy. It's only like 80, something like that. And then they had the Alolan forms, and in 6th generation they had the Mega forms, Mega Evolution Pokemon, which I guess you could say they are new Pokemon, but not exactly like new species, new Pokemon. It's just more new variations, you could say, new forms, evolutions, what have you. The Alolan forms are pre-existing Pokemon with just different forms. They're cool, of course, but you guys get what I mean. So a cool thing for me would be a Platinum Diamond and Pearl remake, and they announce, let's say, 80 new Pokemon or some shit that are in the region, and it's pretty good. I think the original Diamond and Pearl Pokemon were like what, 100 something? It weren't a lot. I think 104, something like that. So it should be like 180 Pokedex. You put in 120 more of the pre-existing Pokemon from the other generations, and you've got a Pokedex, and then they can do the national dex and all that jazz. So that's one cool idea that I have, but it really is up to debate. We have no idea still what they're gonna do. I'm hoping, like I've said, for a DP remake, if it's gonna come now, or it might be just a straight up new game. It's interesting. They might even do like a Kanto remake. It's gonna be cool if they do that too, again, but I've played Pokemon Yellow quite recently, a lot, and in general, I'm not really keen on remakes on Pokemon games that have been kind of remade so many times already. Kanto has been remade a lot, man. From the Fire Red Leaf Green remake to, you know, having the sort of some of the region. We've got almost the same map in Gold and Silver, and then Heart Gold, Soul Silver get remakes. Those games there's the Kanto region in that too, so they just don't feel that dated to me. I don't know. It's Diamond and Pearls slash Platinum's turn, but who knows what they're gonna do. I'm pretty curious, of course, but no matter what, I think the earliest we're gonna get the Nintendo Switch Pokemon game, it's probably gonna be late 2018. That's like the earliest. It's gonna come out like maybe in November, like Ultra Sun and Moon. Between those months, like maybe November, maybe December, maybe it's gonna come like January, early 2019. But I think that's the earliest. I don't think we're gonna see it any sooner than that, since they still haven't announced anything. And like I've said, if they announce uh, the new game in May or some shit, or they might even go longer than that, we don't know. But no matter what they do is they're probably going to announce it, and then we're going to have at least 6 months of them, giving us updates, hyping us up for the game after they announce it. It's not going to be like they're announcing it and it's going to be released after a couple of months. So who knows? I could be completely wrong, but that's my prediction. And if the DP remake doesn't come out, if they announce a whole new game once again, then I'm thinking it has to come, man. It just has to come right after that new game. Then it's going to be the new remake. So 2019, late 2019, I guess, or maybe 2020. Who knows? But it will happen. It will happen, man. It's just there's no way it's not going to happen, because like I've said on a older video, they've set themselves up in this situation where they've got to do this. It's the same with the eShop. Now that they released the Gold and Silver and Crystal, I think it's only a matter of time before people kind of expect Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald to be released. If not on the Nintendo 3DS eShop, then on the Nintendo Switch eShop, I guess you call that too. But it makes sense because people are gonna buy it. It's gonna make money. It's probably not that difficult since it's mostly like ports. It's you're adjusting a pre-existing game. You're gonna port it. It's not like easy as fuck. I'm not saying they can just do it at the drop of a hat. Maybe, who knows? But it's not like they're releasing a whole new game, creating a whole new game. So those games are probably gonna come out too. I'm actually looking forward to them as well. I've been in that mood to kind of play Pokemon Emerald and shit yet again for the billionth time and just do everything from the beginning, do the Battle Frontier, finish it once again, get all the gold symbols. I've come close in my main version. I basically did everything, got all the gold badges, minus the fucking the one with the palace where the Pokemon just use random attacks. And I tried it and I was losing, and I sort of kind of quit. I was studying university too back then, but yeah, that's another story. But I think I'm gonna do everything again and finish it once and for all right. But either way, for the main series Pokemon game, like I've said, we don't know. I guess for my picks, it will be the Diamond and Pearl / Platinum remake happening first, then maybe the new generation has to come, and the Kanto remake, if that's even gonna happen again, just give it some time because I'm not really in the mood. I mean, if it happens, I'm still gonna love it. I'm still gonna play it, but I'm not exactly in the mood for that. And to be honest, I'm thinking it might be a new generation. It's gonna be a new generation on the Nintendo Switch. I think I'm leaning towards that, the biggest possibility. By the time they release it, it's gonna be the time for a new Pokemon generation anyway, if we do the maths. Like Sun and Moon came out in 2016. By the time they release the new game, 2019 or late 2018, it's gonna be around 3 years. So chances are it's gonna be a new game, or I'm hoping to God it's like a Diamond and Pearl / Platinum remake with a roster of all new Pokemon, with many new Pokemon, and they do the whole thing where it's like a different dimension of Sinnoh, like they did with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire in the story. Yeah, spoilers. But anyway, so that's all I had to say. I can't really think of anything to say about this They didn't say anything. They didn't announce anything. I'm still predicting it's gonna be probably May, maybe April. A couple of months, and they're gonna start either giving us hints or just straight up announce something like they did with the Mega Rupee and shit. And that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends. Say Roll94. What's up?